also assess fitness for the patients who wants to return to their previous work. Basically, one of the most difficult part is dealing with the relatives, no? Or kind of skeptic, no? When you say skeptic, they don't believe the things that are really happening, no? They try to hear what they wanted to hear. So they would push the client to work despite the fact that, they're not yet capable of doing so, causing a lot of more damage to the client itself. Of course, you have to persuade them. It's an art of persuasion, basically. So you have to persuade them. Basically. I mean, you have to separate your professional life from your personal life. No, you're more of a shock absorber here. So all you have to do is once you go out, set aside your personal life from your professional life. You want to have a very long practice. No? Okay. You lay the cards, no? You tell them the repercussions, the implications of what would happen definitely, no? Okay? Because there are a lot of cases, especially if return to work usually, the damage, the risk involved, no? Then they will realize the trade-offs, no? And they wouldn't want it, no? If they're really concerned about the patient, no? They would realize the importance of medications, being skeptic about the suggestions of the psychiatrist and the likes. Regarding theoretical orientation, basically here at NCMH, we have a multidisciplinary approach, basically. So there are times that psychiatrists will opt to use cognitive behavioral therapy, but basically, as of now, the trend is more of the eclectic type. No? So you have to suit the therapy or the clinical perspective based on the need of the client. No? Okay. We also use the psychodynamic, especially if it's more of the resolving past issues. Basically, when you talk about your mental ill patients, more of the psychodynamic approach, but we also have a lot of different approaches as well. No? Because when you talk about mental ill, it's more about the pathology. No? Okay, no? So, when you work, no, especially in this setting or even in the work setting, syempre you lack the experience. No? So basically, it's just like going blanks, no, firing blanks. No? So you have to consult a mentor, maybe experience once, then you try to adapt, no, to observe, no. It's more of being adaptive to the needs of the client, no. It's more about learning the process. No? It's not an easy thing that you would learn easily in one step. Not maybe anxious, no. But to be realistic, not all cases would be an effective treatment, no. You have to admit the fact that you are dealing with mentally ill patients, no. Some of them would be irreversible. That's why most likely if you would be considering more focus on the relatives, no, because they are the ones who are more upper conditions, no, but not with the clients most of the time. If they are aware, no, if they are free of the symptoms, no, the psychotic symptoms, you can apply the basic tools or but just like I've said before, when you talk about the psychotherapy, out of professional courtesy, we give it to the psychiatrists. So they are the ones who conduct it, no. Multidisciplinary approach, no. So we do the psychological assessment, the basic treatments as well, no. But we also give the physical therapists, the occupational therapists, social workers, no. So it's not a one-man team, no. Just like being taught in some of the schools, no. There are times that they say that you can do everything, no. It's not like you, no. The reality of things is some multidisciplinary approach talaga. Just like I said before, the psychiatrists are the ones who conduct it. So we are limited to psychological assessment here at NCMH. No? But if you want to be more effective when you do it, I think it's more of the eclectic approach talaga right now, the more effective one. But before you do the eclectic approach, you should be grounded with the different theories, no? Because you cannot do the eclectic one if you have limited knowledge about the theories, no? Okay. You have to consider the needs and the concerns of the clients. No? Means there's no such thing as one size fits all when you talk about psychotherapy or counseling. No? Especially if you handle patients here. No? One case will be very different from the other one. No? So you have to be very observant, you have to gather your data. No? If you have collateral interviews, you have collateral interviews. No? You collaborate with the psychiatrists and the other members of the psychiatric team. Of course, definitely you have to adapt. No? There's no such thing as rigidity in the practice of profession. So you have to change from time to time according to the needs of the client. No? Because it's a learning process. No? Yeah, it's a difficult and learning process talaga. Basically, the clinical orientation is more on more psychodynamic approaches at the same time, social approaches. No? And we also consider the biological approaches now, no? The biopsychosocial model. So that's the current trends. No? But just like I've said before, we are limited to the assessment. No? Because it's a multi-disciplinary approach when you talk about the psychologist or mental. No? So, first things first, to have an effective therapy, you should have a therapeutic alliance with the client. A strong therapeutic alliance, no? There should be rapport and trust, no? Because without this, most likely the therapy will be ineffective, no? And definitely, of course, if you're handling with patients, no, they should not be symptomatic, no? Because if they're symptomatic, it's useless to conduct a psychotherapy with a symptomatic patient who is deluded or is hallucinating, no? That would be a piece of, you know, it's easy naman to handle when you're having normal people. No? You can even use the reality therapy, no? With that, no? So the basics of reality therapy, you can use that, no? So the difficult one is more of the no? The patients, no? The relatives, no? Or even with substance abuse, no? Issues, no? The ones with substance abuse issues, no? The relatives, no? They are basically there is codependence, no? So that would be a big issue. You have to handle their issues, no? And basically the family issues is deep-seated, no? Talaga. Yeah. Well, I guess one of the most unforgettable experience is when you handle people or basically patients who wanted to return to work, no? They would push themselves that they can do it, no? But they have the tools, the psychological tests, the assessments, but they are not yet fit to work. No? So you have to explain to them the reasons behind that you are not yet fit to work, no? The reasons why you need to take the medications, because they are very skeptical. They don't want to take the medication. They say that they're okay, but in reality they're not, no? So the stage of denial, as well as the stubborn relatives, no? They will push it, I need him to work, no? Although the patient is reluctant to work, no? Ayaw niya mag-work kasi meron pa ako sir, parang hindi pa ako okay. Pero sabihin na, pag na po magtrabaho yan, that's no? So, that's no? Medyo a difficult issue. Especially even in drug abuse din, no? So, we have patients na kinukonsente pa rin talaga ng parents, no? Kasi po, pag hindi nakakadroga, mainitin ang ulo, pero kung nakakadrugs, mabait. May mga ganong issues, no? So, a lot of cases, no? When we talk about cases, the time wouldn't be enough talaga, no? Okay, no? So, at least I'm giving you the reality or the real scope of the psychotherapy mental, no? I might have frustrated you with the usual that you're expecting that, no? You know, but it's not like your typical private practice na everything will be there, no? So, ayun. Okay, basically, yung talk about psychotherapists, it's not an easy art. It's not a big easy thing to do, no? takes a lot of patience, no? You have to read a lot, you have to experience, you have to deal yourself with a lot of things, no? So it's a matter of patience.